Hey everybody, I'm Zennie Abraham, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of Zennie62Media Incorporated. Welcome to my office. I've been asked to talk with you about the importance of social media to your international business. And to do that, first of all, let me explain, who I am. I've been in this business of social media since the year 2000. One of the first on the Rise Business Network. Prior to that, I built my own website for the Super Bowl effort. I was trying to bring the Super Bowl to Oakland. When I worked for the Oakland government, we lost to Jacksonville for the right to host the 2005 game. And within that, we had what could be called the first type of social network where we were tying together emails to communicate with each other. It was kind of chunky, but, it did the job for a handful of people. Bandwidth and all that. And after that, I started sports business simulations, made online simulations of sports organizations for use in the classroom, to which I formed a social media part of the website so that students could communicate with each other. It worked pretty well. And then, just a little bit after that, and actually during it, I made Oakland's first blog using Pyrolab's Blogger, which was bought by Google just a tick later in terms of years, and established Oakland's first YouTube partner channel, Zennie62. I started YouTube Zennie62 in 2006. I was at the first VloggerCon West Coast convention. And then I was at the launch party of an interesting concept called Twitter. That's right, it was at Mighty nightclub in San Francisco, and I was there. I've grown up with this. I've helped clients like Bauer Limousine, ran by my longtime friend Gary Bauer with Reputation Management. And today, combined a news media effort with 100 blogs that my firm owns with our special proprietary reputation management approach where we tell your story. I can go on and on and on, but let me talk to you about why your business and you need to be on social media, especially today. And I made some notes. If I look down a little bit, it's because I'm going to read some things to you as I go along. First of all, the importance of social media can't be underscored better than by presenting to you the number of people around the world that are on social media. And unless you pay attention to this as much or more than I do, you may be paying attention to it more, I hope so. This may come as a surprise to you. There are 7.75 billion people on this planet, but of those 7.75 billion, just over 5 billion, just over 5 billion, okay? Just over 5 billion people use a mobile phone. I'm using a mobile phone to make this. And of that, just over 4 billion, about 4.5 billion, use the internet. And of that 4.5 billion, 3.8 billion worldwide, 3.8 billion use social media. And in total, 58% of the world's population is on social media. 58%. 300 million people came online in the last 12 months alone. That's a staggering number. That is a number that compares to the population of our great United States of America. Using the internet is part of our daily lives. The average internet user spends 6 hours and 43 minutes online each day. And 2 hours and 24 minutes of that is spent exclusively on social media. And now, increasingly, the internet is even used to turn on our lights, and adjust the temperature and secure our homes. It even sometimes tells us that, hey, there's a storm coming and where it's coming from, right? I rest my case. Why do we do this social media adaptation? Why? It's so your international business needs to be on social media because the world is there. And because the world is there, you need to be there. This is part one of my explanation of why you need to be on social media. About half of United States adults, or 53%, say they get their news from social media often or sometime. A 2020 Pew Research study said that 23% of the 12,000 people surveyed, and that's a lot, got their news exclusively from YouTube. Think about that. Facebook stands out as a regular source of news for about a third of Americans. Twitter comprises about, 17% of the audience for news, according to the Pew study. So you get that your international business needs to be on social media, but how, right? How? Let me explain to you what I've learned over the course of my years involved in this. First of all, you need a page about your business on each major social media platform, and as many as you can. The reason for this is there's no better advertisement for your firm than free pages on social media. A page on your business or social media website means that there's a much greater choice that someone will know about and want your product or service. The page also doubles as a way of protecting your firm's reputation online. Keep that in mind. You need a page about you as the owner of your business, the C-level executive of your business, on each major social media platform for the same reasons I stated. And if there's one thing that you and I have learned in the 21st century, it's that the best known businesses and brands are marked by a publicly known founder or CEO. There are many reasons for this. Well, people like to buy from names that they trust and know. You know who Steve Jobs is, for example. If you're old enough, you remember who Lee Iacocca was. You certainly know who Henry Ford was, and so on, and so on, and so on, and so on. People like to buy from names they feel like they trust and know. There's a symbiotic relationship between fame and entrepreneurship. One feeds off the other, and of course, vice versa. You need a YouTube channel populated with videos about your business, and you need a separate YouTube channel about yourself. The reason is that video allows you to tell a story to a younger demographic which consumes information in a different way. They are less likely to want to read a news-style article or a long-form post. You also need Twitter and Instagram accounts to promote your business and also promote yourself and protect your business and personal reputation. There's an underlying theme here. You also need to keep track of new social media platforms like TikTok and establish accounts on them, even if you don't use them very much. The reason is what I call web place protection. And again, it's to protect your reputation online. And you need a blog and a website. Now, you're probably wondering why I keep emphasizing reputation. Because there's always that someone that's going to write something about you. Sometimes it may be favorable, sometimes not. You want to be in a position where you can, for all practical purposes, make that hit, if you will, less damaging, and you're in a position to quickly rebut whatever claim that may come up. So, why do you need a blog? With all that I've said to you? Why should your social media effort include a blog and a website? Well, the best way I can explain it is that what would happen if the major social media companies the sites you were on and I'm on suddenly went down all at once, okay? Absent another place for people to go online and to read about you and buy your products, guess what? You would be invisible, and if it happened to me, so would I. A standalone website that you can establish quickly and cheaply using, I recommend Wix.com, a great web building and hosting platform, is the place to present your products and even have an online store for purchasing your product and service. A blog allows you to make quick updates and keep fans informed about the latest versions of your product. It also allows you to tell your story, which is the most important aspect about this, okay? Free of the trap the media presents of telling people about your company in their voice and not your voice. And again, it happens to help protect your online reputation. One of my clients very recently had this situation, this problem where a news organization was interviewing him, but they cut half the interview. And in particular, the most important part of the interview that he wanted people to hear. So what did we do? We took that part that was on television, recorded it, and then re-recorded what he wanted to say, put them together, voila, his message was made intact and distributed for audiences. So the closing it's a point about telling your story and about what I call web connectivity. At this point, you may be thinking this is all a bit overwhelming and it's not necessary, right? That, I can't do all this, it's just too much. You may be saying that I didn't tell you why you should be on social media except that everybody else is there. You're saying, okay, so what, right? I get it. Well, the other reason you and your company should be on social media is that someone will talk about you and your company at some point. I've said this before, okay? You want to make sure that you can thank them for their kind words, counter them if the words are mean, and sell them on what you have to offer. That's why. At some point, you'll be faced with one of those scenarios where you're getting a bad review on Yelp, right? Well, the best way to counter Yelp is to be there. That's all well and good. But also to be on other social media and have a blog and a website. Why? Because in too many places I have seen clients that when I search the client name, the company of the person, Yelp pops up in the first page of results. That should not happen. The first page of results for any client should be from platforms you control. Platforms about you. You should not give up your identity to Yelp. Please don't do that. Please. Or whatever the equivalent is in whatever country in the world you live in. Don't do that. To make it easy to do this, you can set up your blog to receive posts by an email from your smartphone. You can connect your blog to Twitter accounts so that your blog entry becomes a tweet automatically. You can do the same thing between your blog and Facebook, all right? In closing, be on social media and have a blog and a website, or let my company, Zennie62Media Incorporated, at Zennie62Media.com, set it up for you. You can hire us. Visit my site and fill out the form, and we'll go to work on your behalf, and we'll show you how to be what my friend Bon and Bo would call digitally fit. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to any questions you have at the session. Good day.